I say peace and prosperity to the woke, conscious, high vibrational beings, to the multi-dimensional beings, to the guys, the goddesses, to the kings, the queens, to my reflection family. I know I stay on these topics like staying on top of your mental health, managing your consumption levels, conditioning your temple, and also staying on top of your spiritual, do your meditations and other grounding exercises, because it's so essential and they tie together on your overall health. And I tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this because I love you. I love everybody, you know what I'm saying? We are each other's reflections, and that's something that we got to come together in collective consciousness and realize that we are each other's reflections. You know, we go through the same adversities. It might differ here and there, you know, different strokes for different folks. But we got to realize that we are each other's brothers and sisters. So we got to give one another that sturdy shoulder to lean upon. We got to be there in each other's corner to keep one another on P's and Q's, to make sure we're highly elevated, that our mental are intact, that we are properly calibrated. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we go through, we got to realize that we are still on common ground. Everybody has adversities. You may feel like your problems is a lot worse than others, but it's different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? So we all going through struggles, and you know, we got to learn to love one another, and you have to learn to love yourself to love everyone around you. For if you cannot love yourself, it's going to be hard for you to show true love to others. So we have to be mindful of our mental health at the end of the day. And like I said, this is going to be like a testimonial message. I myself used to struggle from chronic depression, you know, just worrying too much. I allowed that depression to overwhelm me and overtake me in ways that it had my mind totally discombobulated. I started creating false narratives and scenarios of where I felt like I was inadequate. You know what I'm saying? Inadequate to be in my child's life, inadequate to, you know, have a 9 to 5, to be around people. I was shun everybody and just isolate myself because I felt like I didn't deserve to be around people, to indulge and have people to love me. You know, I really couldn't even process that people could love me because I couldn't love myself. And that's the worst thing, because I know I'm great now. Just as you should know that you are great. We all go through adversities, and this particular subject hits hard for me. Like I said, because I went through these dark times. You know what I'm saying? We all have adversities. And if you feel like that your mental is a little off, that you feel like it's overwhelming, sometimes you gotta seek help. You know, go see a psychiatrist, get some therapy, you know what I'm saying? And sit down and talk to them. Decompress yourself. Go out on walks and just clear your mind. Work out, get that aggression off of you, ground, go outside and ground, meditate, take your shoes off and allow your feet to run through the soil, hug a tree, you know what I'm saying? Really decompress yourself. You gotta get that negative energy about your body. And you gotta also realize that your greatness. You gotta realize that the Most High made you for a reason. You have a purpose in this world. I had to realize that, and I really got beside myself to the point where I was disappointed, because I just was like, how did I allow myself to get to a place in my life where I didn't love myself enough to it trickled down to me wanting to hurt myself. And I done tried to do that on multiple occasions, but the Most High said, nah, King, I ain't done with you. No, this ain't your time. Pick me up and recalibrate me. And things like this is one of the reasons why I stay on these topics, because I feel like it's essential for us to know how great we are, that we have the it factor, that we are anointed, that we are blessed, and that we are the light. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep that positive energy going. Two, this reason hits me hard because I lost a loved one because of the same reason. Like I said, I had a chance. The Most High picked me back up. The Most High intervened every time and said, I wasn't done with you. Somebody that was dear to my heart, he didn't have that same chance. But he was going through the same thing. Or I say the same adversities. You know, it was different. I can't even tell you what he was going through at the time, what made him make that decision. But I know when you're depressed and you got a lot weighing in on you, everything just get discombobulated. You know, everything gets so confusing. Sometimes you just feel like you're drowning and you have no way of being saved. You know what I'm saying? You have no exit route, and it's just hitting you. It's just heavy pressure. And it hurt me because Fam was a good person, you know? He was great dude. And you could never tell if he was going through anything. I can say the same for myself. Before I really let it overcome me, I always wore that mask. You know, I always try to make everybody else around me laugh. However, I should have went and seek help. I should have got me a therapist and sat down and decompressed, just as he should have, just as you should. If you're going through anything, if you feel like any type of adversities that's on you, any type of struggles that's on you is just weighing in too hard, go seek help. You know what I'm saying? Go seek somebody that you can confide in and talk to, vent, decompress yourself. You know, I don't want to see anybody go down that road. Like I said, he was dear to my heart. I got a chance, he didn't. He was only 21 years old. Like I said, I don't know what he was going through. I don't know what you're going through. But if you can find ways to situate the problem, like getting a therapist, sitting down, decompressing yourself, using grounding methods to also decompress yourself and alleviate that negative energy that's bottled up, do it. You gotta also speak your affirmations and realize that you are greatness, that you have a purpose, that you are a divine God or goddess, king or queen, that you are meant to be here.